target.
Yeah.
Thank
you. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so I think at this point we'll just do a quick exercise, right? What I want you to do is quickly, if you are take your SPSS, you have the sample data there, right? You all have that? That was shared. Did you download the sample data that was shared with you? Come on, guys. I want answers so that we'll know how to proceed. Let me see. Okay. Nolo says she did. Okay. I see responses there. Okay, fine. So some people did. Okay, fine, good. So let's take the one on heights, right? We'll just do this quickly. Okay, we have 29 people now. That's good. So are you there? Okay, so let me just share my screen so that I let you know what to do quickly. Let me Excel. Okay, good. Okay, great. All right, so what I want you to do is this. If you look at this data, it looks a bit confusing, right? But I want to focus on this, the first two. Now, what you have in this first row here, just focus on ID and height. Create call these your variable names, right? Enter it into your SPSS data, your SPSS data. Create a variable called ID and one called height based on that lecture. Now, the first, in order to make it easy for you, you can see that you have these numbers here are 1, 1, 80, 80, 0. What that means is the first one before the comma is ID, the second one is the height, the third one is the height too, and so, but just let me see, hold on a minute. No, something is missing here. Okay, no, sorry. The first one is just the serial number. The second row, right? You can see 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the second row is corresponds to the ID, right? The third row corresponds to the height from 80, right? So I want you to just create a variable for ID and height, enter and just into your SPSS. You can just focus on the first 10 from 1 to 10 here, first 10 rows, right? So what I expect is that, okay, for ID you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And then for height, you have 80, 83, 111, all the way down to 86 here. So create these. We'll just do that I'm sure that can be done in about 10 minutes, right? So create on your SPSS and then let's see what it looks like. Maybe a minute. Let me open a new SPSS data sheet to show you what I want to do for, show you how you want to go about it. So is my screen visible? Cool. So what I showed you before, I told you have a data view, which is this. Right now it's empty. And this is the variable view which I showed you about, right? In entering your data, for example, if I want to create a data, a variable called country of origin, I could say, okay, okay, country, right? Yeah, and so it gives me this, right? So I'll now start editing them, right? So I want now at this point, if you, I'll be asking questions as I'm doing this. You can jump in and with your mic and answer. You don't have to wait for me to call you, right? So it's country. Now, if I click on this, on the type, we can see this, like I talked about numeric, comma, dot, scientific notation, date, and all that, right? So what kind of variable should I assign country to? Sorry?
String, maybe.
I think it's string, sir.
Okay, any other thoughts? Or maybe I shouldn't use country. Maybe I should use gender. A minute. For some reason, I think, yeah. Okay, I'll create two. I think I should create gender and country. Okay, good. Now, this is the whole idea. What I want for gender in my questionnaire, I'm going to have 3 categories here. I'm going to have male, female, and other, right? For country, what I want is a situation whereby you can type in the name of your country, right? I'm not going to assign it into anything. I just want you to be able to type in the name of your country. So let's go with gender first. So what am I going to do with gender here?
Okay, sorry, sir. In that way, you might see gender as a numeric variable, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, because
why do you think so?
You are, because under values now, you are going to, the value you are converting the categorical variable, which gender is normally, somewhat into a numeric variable. I'm
Beautiful.
thinking, yes.
Awesome, awesome. Does everyone understand what Cliff just explained?
Sure. Can you kindly repeat what he just said?
Sure. Okay, Cliff, Nolo wants you to repeat what you said.
It's Victor, actually.
Oh, Victor, oh, sorry.
Yes, no problem, sir. I said normally gender should have been a quantitative variable. That's a categorical variable.
Yeah.
That's a qualitative, I should say. That is a categorical variable. However, because we are, now you've already stated what you want to do while working with this data, So it means we are going to have numerical values assigned to this gender. Let's say you're having male, female, I don't know, maybe non-specific or whatever. So you in values, you're not going to have 1 to mean maybe male, 2 to mean maybe female, 3 to mean maybe not specific. So you have actually converted this qualitative variable, this categorical variable, into a quantitative variable.
Okay.
All right, yes.
Nolo, is that clear to you?
Very much, thank you very much.
Okay, great. So because we're going to assign values to them like we talked about, like you also mentioned, what SPSS will be reading will be the numbers we are assigning to them. So even though they are not essentially quantitative variable, but in the type, we're going to use numeric, right, for this. Now, where we'll tell SPSS that this numeric, that this measure is actually, and we'll get there. So next one is width. So what do you think we should put as width for gender?
3.
Why 3?
Because we have male, female, and others.
Does everybody agree or with what you said?
By going 1, I don't know. 1, I don't know.
I think you should.
Why 1?
I also go with 1.
I have female,
I
male.
1.
Well,
One
okay.
is enough, yeah.
There's,
I think it's 1. Since
okay, you've decamped.
yes, I have decamped. I've
Oh my
decamped. It's
God.
1 because we are talking of the width. I'm talking of the width. Yes, it's 1.
Okay.
And,
So why do you say 1?
because if we are assigning, just like the person that explained the type of data said, we're going to possibly assign 1 to one of the gender, that is male, female, and 3 to others. So, and those are in what did they call it? They are in the units form. They are in the units. So between 0 to 9, between 1 to 9 is just 1 unit. I think so.
You mean 1 digit?
Yes, 1 digit.
Oh, okay, great, awesome. Yeah. So would let's obey Ifoma and put 1 there, right? So what do we put here? Okay, there's a problem. We'll go back to assign the width later. But what do we put here?
Okay, if we are having a gender,
0.
all right, gender, I think it's 0. Yeah, 0.
Okay,
There's
0,
nothing.
good.
Yeah.
So put 0 here, and then we'll go back here to make this 1. And it stays, right? Yeah, because SPSS warned me that, look, you can have a width of 1 and 2 decimal places. It's not possible, right? Okay. So what do we put in here? Label?
I just put something like 1 for male,
Well,
2 for female.
Okay.
Just to describe what we are expecting.
No.
So if you are having that label, the gender, if you have something more elaborate, you want to talk about the gender,
I
want to
think you just put
describe
gender there.
the name of the variable.
Yeah. Someone just said we should not put gender there, and I agree with her. Gender, right? Because that, so because this one, for example, I could call this G_1. That could also be what it is, right? So gender helps me understand what this is, but you could also leave it as gender as well. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, but the thing with this is, with this name is that you cannot have a space. For example, you can see that variable name contains an illegal character because I tried to put a space. So it can only be, it has to begin with a letter and cannot have a space, right? So if, for example, I had, okay, let me just jump to country briefly. If I want to do this, I could just, this could be country of residence, it could be country of origin, I don't know, so I could put here, if I could explain what I want to talk about here, country of origin, right? So that's very clear to everyone here, right? But if I wanted to put that here, country of origin, it would not allow me to do that, right? So I could even put here, for example, country_1, just in case I have another country _2 that talks about country of residence, right? _2, right? Is it very clear? Are we together?
Yes,
Okay.
this is clear for me, I think.
Okay, great. So the next one is values. So we had said that we are doing gender, one for what, male,
Excuse
two
me.
for female, and 3 for others. It could be 0, 1, 2 or whatever, but let's say 1, 2, 3. So
Sir.
I'll put here. Sorry, someone say something?
Yes, sir. Please, I don't quite agree with the width of 1, sir.
Okay, why?
Because at a point when you are trying to check what the label is, what the value is, there is this symbol A, and the other one is 1. If you want to change it to what it is, it will change from 1 to maybe male, and that male can.
Oh yeah,
be
you're
4
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're correct. You're correct. Thank you. You're correct. Because I'm looking at just the code, but not the, yeah, you're correct. Thank you. Thank you. You're correct. So people are following, you see? So you can actually tutor the teacher. Yeah. But often by default it is 8, right? So except you want to put a limit to it for the purpose of data quality check. That's fine. So that's how it helps. So yeah, so you're absolutely right. Yeah, because if you switch from data view from label to the numerical view, it's going to be more than 1. I don't know if you all understand. Did you catch what he said? What he explained?
No, I don't.
Okay,
No, sir.
now
No.
we're going here to values now. You'll see what I'm going to do, and then you understand what he said and why it caught his attention. So we said 1 for male, right? So I'm going to put 1 here, and then I'll write here male and capitalize. And I add it, I click add. So you see what has happened? It tells me that 1 is equal to male, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so now how many characters are in male? There are 4. Do you understand? So if we put 1 here, by the time we switch, so switching, if you switch to to label view, it's not going to work.
Makes sense.
Because male is 4 characters, and so it's not just the code, but the label as well. Yeah, thank you for drawing my attention to that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So 2 is female, we said. And 3 is what, others, right?
That's yeah.
So okay, so that's it now. So what do we assign our missing to be?
999.
Yeah, 999 is fine, but is 999 necessary for this? Can we use any other number smaller than 999? And why?
10. Since we only have 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I said 10. Since we only have 1, 2, 3, so 10.
You said 10. Okay. Yeah. So I would prefer to. I could use a single digit like 9 because we just have 3 numbers, right? So I'll click here discrete missing values and I'll put here 9. Now if it's going to be a range, I could use range, right? But now it's just 1. Okay, good. So once there's a missing value in my questionnaire, I will enter it as 9. Right. So leave this, and then the measure is it? So what do we have? What I want to put here?
Nominal.
Nominal.
Nominal. Beautiful. So you see, this is where you define the measure as against the type. So even though we said numeric here because of the coding of the values, right? We are telling SPSS here that despite the coding, we are actually interested in a nominal value here. So it shouldn't analyze it as a discrete value variable. It will analyze it as a nominal variable. I don't know if that's clear.
Yeah.
Okay. So role here, I mean, it could be, yeah, most often it's going to be an input kind of thing. So do we all follow this example?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want us to spend the next 6 minutes doing the exercise I showed us. Any question about the exercise? Any questions about the exercise? I think let's just do. We can just do from 1 to 5, 1 to 6 here, right? So the ID is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 5. So create a variable called ID and create a variable called height. Now the first column is disregard the first column, just focus on the second column, which is the ID, and then the third column, which is the height from 80 to 84. Is it clear? Do you understand what the assignment?
So I don't really understand.
No, I don't understand.
Okay. I have just created a variable on SPSS, right? Where's my SPSS? Yeah. I showed you how to create a variable on SPSS, right?
Yes,
okay,
sir. Yes, sir,
okay, I didn't go here. Yeah. Sorry, I stopped here. I didn't go here. So what after the variable view, we go to you can look at it in your data view, right? So we see here in our data view what we had created in our variable view. So once you click data view, it shows you can see the 3 variables we created: G_1, country 1, and country 2, right? Now in entering data here, we said that I probably should have anyway. We said that that 1 would represent male, 2 female. So let's assume our first participant is male. I can enter here 1, right? You can see what happened. Did you observe what happened?
It changed to be male.
Good.
Yes.
So I could also, let me just do this first. I could have 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, sorry.
It's true, sir. Yeah.
1. Yeah. So we also have 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So this is the code. But if I want to see the labels, I'll click on this, value labels, and it appears as this.
Yeah.
So do you guys see that right now?
Yes.
Beautiful. So that's how you enter your data. So what I expect you to do would be to create a string variable. Can you see my PowerPoint? I don't know what I shared my entire screen.
Yeah, we are seeing.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah. So you're going to create 2 variables, a string variable for ID and a numeric variable for height using the data set here.
Okay, sir, the ID now, sorry, sir, the ID, is it the first column of numbers or the second column of numbers?
Okay, you know what? Because of time, so that we don't waste time, just do this. Create a string variable for ID and then create a numeric variable for ID and enter any numbers you want. Forget about that Excel sheet. Just enter any numbers you want, just like I did for Excel with SPSS just now, right? So that we don't, because I'm sure it may be a bit confusing if I have to explain all that. Yeah. So can you do that? So just as we did this once, create this and enter any numbers you want, but create that for a string variable being representing ID and a numeric variable representing height. I'm sure we can do that in 5 minutes, right? Any questions about it?
I'm having a big challenge here. My own application is not opening.
Okay.
It's telling me I should ensure I have an internet connection and retry.
Did you just download it?
Yes. I downloaded it in the I've been trying to install.
Okay, you're just installing it, and so you're trying to register it, right?
Yes.
Oh, so that will be a problem. So maybe you just sit back and listen.
Okay.
Yeah. So
is it not going to install, or there is something else I need to do?
Now, SPSS is not free either. So did you purchase it, or did you?
No, there was a link that was sent for the trial version of it.
Oh, for the trial. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, so you can follow the instructions on the screen to install it then.
I have installed it. I'm trying to open so I can log in with my IBM ID.
Well, I'm not sure what's going on there right now because I'm not on your screen, but and I wouldn't want us to deviate from that to start.
I'll just pay attention then.
Yeah, so just pay attention to.
Okay, you can close it and relaunch it again. You can close it and relaunch it again.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Also, if I'm out, I'll just send you a chat. Maybe we can explore a breakout session where I can show you what you need to do.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Ibrahim. So just do that quickly. We have about 3 minutes plus.